Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say, Call Halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashir Merchah HaKudash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us his truth and root well, and shalom to the hopeful elect, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashir Merchah HaKudash Barakatam. It's the brother Kazak coming back at it again with another lesson. And this lesson is going to be going through the inspiration, this article I came across. I read a little bit of it, and man, what I'm saying, it just, really, shows the state that, Babylon is in, especially the people in Babylon. All right. And it goes to show that, soon this place is going to be, it's going to collapse. It's going to fall apart. All right. So anyways, this article is titled, "Here's How Much Money It Takes to Be Considered Financially Comfortable in 12 Major U.S. Cities." All right. And the reason why, through the Spirit, I'm bringing out this article, it's not necessarily about the money. It's about the fact that this place is, being that is about to collapse, ultimately served its purpose as the land of captivity, So anyways, we're going to go into this article, and it reads, "Somewhere between living paycheck to paycheck and owning a yacht," which I guess that goes into, the rich people, right? "Americans are considered financially comfortable if they have a net worth of 774,000, a recent survey finds." So that's, rounding up to close to $1 million, man. So you have to have a net worth of $1 million, almost $1 million, because 774 is almost $800,000. That's rounding up to $1 million in order to live comfortable here in Babylon. But the number only goes up. All right. But this goes to show you, the state that this place is in. If you factor in the inflation, in the midst of all these things going on. All right, the gas prices going up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it makes sense why now you have to make more money in order to, live good. You know what I'm saying? Which ultimately, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai gives us our daily bread. So hey, with that, it's sufficient. As the scripture says, sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. Continuing on, and it reads, "However, that amount changes depending on which city you live in. You'll need a net worth of over 1 million to be considered financially comfortable by your peers in cities with high costs of living like San Francisco or New York." So 774,000 isn't even, what I'm saying? That's just like the entry level, So it says, in San Francisco, the threshold of what surveys of respondents consider financially comfortable is a net worth of $1.7 million. All right, so you have to be a millionaire to be living financially comfortable. Okay, and this is where, what I'm saying, this is all, created by design, because ultimately these elites are exiting out the middle class. It's going to be a society, what they're trying to come into is either a society of either rich people or poor people, the slaves, and they for sure don't want you tribes to be living in the upper echelons, man. They're creatively designing it so that you tribes, you know what I'm saying, could be amongst the poor and basically be the slaves in their delusions of keeping this place going and keeping their dominion going. Because ultimately Esau's not going to live out his enterprise. Okay, his new, his NWO that he's coming out with. All right, he's trying to usher in. He's not going to live that out. But what they're doing is they're taking away, the middle class, so that way you're only left with two categories. And the thing is, $1.7 million, you think that's a rich person, but the way this article words it is, that's somewhere between living paycheck to paycheck and owning a yacht. So that's basically implying that if you have a net worth of $1.7 million, you can't own a yacht. All right. And it's not to be simple. I mean, of course, you could probably buy a yacht, But you're not basically considered rich if you have $1.7 million. You're not considered, rich. You know what I'm saying? So this is what, it boils down to, is that this society is falling apart, man. All right. And it's these elites that's doing that, in one hand. All right. But it's Yahweh Shema Shai putting the spirit in them to do it so that this place gets destroyed. Continuing on, it reads, that's the highest total in the survey, which examined 12 of the biggest metropolitan areas in the U.S. All right. Now, one thing about, on the side note, the word metropolitan, all right, which, you have the word metropolis. Metro goes back to a feminine, a noun, if you will, that means mother. So these cities, that's very telltale of these cities, because they cater to the women. Babylon caters to the women. That's why a lot of these cities is called metropolises, or metropoli, however you say it, man. You know what I'm saying? But that goes to show, that ultimately these women, are living in comfort. And continuing on, it reads, here's a look at what it takes to be seen as financially comfortable by city in 2022 as ranked by net worth thresholds. All right, so you have at the top San Francisco, 1.7 million. Okay, so 1.7 million, almost $2 million to be considered, financially comfortable. Not rich, not wealthy, but financially comfortable. It goes to show you, man, these FRNs are nothing, man. All right, these FRNs are literally a scam. Okay, and it's these elites that dictate the value of the FRNs. They never have a set value. And there's a lot of documentaries that go into that. So continuing on, not verse number 2 is New York City at 1.4 million. All right, so brothers in the East Coast, man, y'all struggling out there, man. Verse 3, Southern California includes Los Angeles and San Diego, 1.3 million. All right, I'm around that region. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit, out the way. But hey, them rent prices be very high up there in Los Angeles, man. I don't know how the situation is in San Diego, but yo, them rent prices be hella high in Los Angeles, man. You paying a lot of money for some little rundown, beat up apartment. They got just the basic necessity. You think you by paying that much, you paying for luxury. You're not paying for luxury, man. Number 4 is Seattle, $1.2 million. Washington, D.C., $1.1 million. All right. And, brothers get the point, man. You got the lowest, which is Denver, $671,000. All right. That's the lowest one. The brothers don't have, what I'm saying, a high, net worth like that. The average Jake does not have a high network like that. Therefore, the average, Israelite is financially uncomfortable, meaning they living paycheck to paycheck. They struggling, man. But such is our predicament here in Babylon. But guess what? It's about to be over. Okay, so let's continue on going. It reads that the online survey was conducted in early February with a sample of 500 to 750 local residents for each metropolitan area between ages of 21 and 75. The term financially comfortable is a subjective term that will mean different things to different people. It could mean having a lot of disposable income, or it could mean simply owning a house or having enough money left over each month to save for retirement. Okay, so basically you have to make more money. To help put things into perspective, the median net worth per household in 2019 was $121,000. Okay, so that's basically the average net worth per household. All right, of the head of the household or whatever. That's the average net worth, $121,000. almost 122,000 if you round it up. You know what I'm saying? But compare that to the lowest, which is 671,000. It's obvious what these elites are doing. Net worth is a measure of value of the assets a person or corporation owns minus the liabilities they owe. All right, so that's basically what the definition of net worth is. You know what I'm saying? But just compare those two numbers. 121,000, which is the average net worth per household, to 671,000. All right, now it's clear to see what they are doing. That's why us in this knowledge, you know what I'm saying, we don't push that vibration of go out there and get money, because ultimately this money is a fluctuating thing. All right, and these ridiculously high net worths that you need to live comfortably, all right, are the result of inflation. Okay, inflation and the economy ultimately going down the toilet. All right, and ultimately it's also the result of having these FRNs that are not backed by anything, and at the end of the day is dictated by these different banking so like the value of which the value of these FRNs is dictated by these banking families, these different banking families. All right, so let's hit the scriptures. I'm gonna go to the book of the book of Micah, chapter 2 and 10. All right, and it reads, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction." All right, and that's ultimately the spirit that we have. Okay, and this is all through the spirit, because this week I did a lesson on this on this dude, Andrew Tate. He trying to start a movement, to get people, men, especially men. He's trying to start a movement, basically bringing masculinity back, things of that nature. You agree with some things, but when you look at, other what he's doing, as far as, trying to make men make more money, and ultimately he's probably going to be taking a cut of that. It's in vain. The reason why is because soon these FRNs, this currency is not going to be worth anything. So it's not expedient for you to, put your energy into trying to be comfortable in this society. You're going to be uncomfortable, man. And guess what? You're not necessarily going to be, even though, we're in the how do I put it to you? Even though we're in the, the lower echelon of the financial spectrum. All right, as long as Yahweh Shemi Hawashai gives you, your daily bread, your daily bread, and your necessities, you're not necessarily going to be uncomfortable, man. Now if you want to be, cruising, if you want to be on the yacht and, living these lifestyles, yeah, you're going to be uncomfortable, man. But that's where you have to address the flesh. That's where you have to check the flesh, because ultimately these high, luxury things is things of the flesh. You want to eat at the best restaurants. You want to have a yacht. You want to throw these big old parties, have all the women over. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things of the flesh, man. And ultimately we're gonna have those things, but in the kingdom. All right. Right now is not the time to be living it up. Right now is the time to be trying to obtain mercy from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That should be the main goal as a brother in this knowledge. A brother or a sincere sister in this knowledge is to obtain salvation. Not to be living it up and being financially comfortable or financially free. You know what I'm saying? This is the land of captivity, man. All right. Esau, and even if you make money, Esau gonna be in the scene, man. Esau gonna be right there checking you, man, making you go off. You know what the crowd is up there, man. All them rich people, man. Ain't nothing but a bunch of freaks. So the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and 1. And it reads, "Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. Okay, so ultimately, man, once you hear this word and you resonate with it, you gotta put your you gotta come in and get to working out your salvation, man. Don't put off Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, as it says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth. Don't put off the Lord because you think it's more important to, you know, be financially comfortable. And then after you, whatever career you pursue, or, you know, you obtain whatever position in this society, you know, then you could, you know, serve the Lord. No, man, because the way things are moving is things are moving at a rapid pace, and they're moving at a rapid pace for a strategic reason. And it's ultimately, you know what I'm saying? Not ultimately, but one of the reasons is to weed out all these jakes that you know would rather serve mammon than Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. All right, it says in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and that is what's going on. Okay, when it goes into the keepers of the house, this is talking about all these, you know, so like economical or economic analytics. You know, these people that's in the high echelons, you know, they might be in Wall Street, they might be, you know, different banking analytics, you know what I'm saying, whatever positions they have in the upper echelons of this society, they are trembling. All right, it is the reason why, you know, Wall Street through their hedge funds are buying up a lot of houses in Texas and different parts of the country for that matter. All right, because Wall Street deals with the stock markets, investing in different companies, corporations. You know what I'm saying? You put money. This is why I never really believed in that stuff, because you put money in a corporation, in a stock. You know, I never seen that. You know, because I never seen the purpose behind that. You know, this is me. You know, speaking for myself. You know, because now you're basically making your substance intangible. You know what I'm saying? Instead of buying gold and silver, you know, things that are tangible, things that do not change value. All right, you're putting it in a stock. You're putting in something that fluctuates, goes up and down. You know, it's just like you see the movie The Wolf of Wall Street. What did the guy tell him in the beginning? You know, it's all fugazi. You know, it's false. It's fake. You know, at the end of the day, is Esau's witchcraft, man. You know, but back to the point with the Wall Street, you know, buying up these houses, is because they're going from an intangible substance. All right, so like not intangible substance, but they're going from something intangible to something that is tangible, to something that is substance. They're buying up land. They're giving up on these corporations, whatever, you know, stocks that there is, right? However you term it, and they're going from that fluctuates up and down, and they're buying up things that's tangible, things that's actual substance, land, and that is a result of them trembling, because they know that the economy is about to crash. Okay, you get all these, you know, so-called motivational speakers talking about some, oh, you know, get up your ass and go to work and do this and do that. The money is about to be worth nothing. Instead of trying to get rich, try to get right, you know? And that might be the title for the lesson. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm still thinking of a couple, you know, titles, you know, but that's what it is, all right? And it reads, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened, okay? And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, because why? It's going to be chaos. All right, people won't be locking up their houses because it's going to be looting. It's going to be social unrest. All right, civil unrest, I meant to say. You know, people's going to be breaking into other people's houses. All right, this is what's going to happen soon. Okay, you think, like, look at this. $1.7 million, and then the lowest is $671,000, while the average household is $100,000. You know, that is oppression. All right, that is oppression. Okay, and what's going to happen at the result of the oppression? All right, it's going to be economic. Sorry, not economic. It's going to be civil unrest. Okay, because these numbers are only going to get higher. All right, these numbers you see here, 1.7 million, 1.4 million, 1.3 in my area, around my area. All right, all the way to the lowest, which is Denver, 671, basically $500,000. All right, rounding down to the middle. You know, ultimately these numbers are going to go up higher. Okay, because of inflation. All right, food. Your food is going to skyrocket. The price of food is going to skyrocket. Okay, because of all these, food plants being destroyed all over the country. That's what's going to happen. That's the future. People talking about, oh, get money, get this, get that. No, man. Get right with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, and this ain't for these Babylonians, you know what I'm saying? This ain't no attempt to, get Jake to, stop hustling and then, no, man, because ultimately this thing's for the elect. All right? The elect is going to hear. And the elect is going to understand. They're going to hear, they're going to see it, and they're going to understand, man. All right? This thing ain't for everybody. It reads, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Okay, so it's gonna get to the point where how do I put it to you? It's gonna get to the point where these people are just gonna be crushed. The spirit of Babylon, that American dream, it's gonna get crushed. All right, hey, like that dude said, that the American dream is gonna turn into an American nightmare. That's words out of I don't want to call him wealthy. Actually, I would say he's wealthy. That's words out of a real estate investor. I did a lesson on a few weeks ago. Hey, that's an example of the keepers of the house trembling. Because he's someone that, you know what I'm saying, makes a lot of money doing this. He's at a higher position than other, everybody, the average Jake in society. And he's basically said it himself, words out of the horse, out the horse's mouth. What did he say? The American dream is about to turn into an American nightmare. All right? Because these people, you know what I'm saying, it's all that dollar's not going to be worth anything. Inflation's going to be, you know what I'm saying, skyrocketing. Food is not going to be food is not going to be being distributed. The basic necessities that a person requires is not going to be in distribution. All right, because the storehouses are going to be found empty. With the whole trucking crisis going on. The supply chain crisis, that didn't go nowhere. They're just not talking about it, man. It's going to be a bad predicament here in Babylon. All right. Let's go into the next precept. The book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 20. Okay. And it reads, and it shall, let's start verse 19. All right. Because this is ultimately, what's gonna happen. All right, this is ultimately talking about what's gonna happen. This is ultimately, I gotta get out the habit of saying that. You say something over and over again, becomes a habit. It just like replaces what you're about to say next. Salakia. But Isaiah 19:19, it reads, in that day there shall be an altar to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai in the midst of the land of Egypt. Okay, so this is what the Lord is setting up. This is the way out that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is setting up for Israel. All right. And it reads, and a pillar at the border thereof to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay. So this altar and this pillar is talking about this truth. All right. It's talking about us going out there to the highways and hedges. Okay. To in the chief places of concourse. All right. To prophesy the downfall of Esau's kingdom and bid the elect to the marriage, bid them to this truth. Okay, instead of going out there, you think you're gonna be in good case, making money and whatever, whatever you're going into, whatever investments or whatever, financial moves you're making. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna do anything for you in when all hell breaks loose, because that dollar is gonna be worth nothing. So what's the solution? Turn to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, and that's something that requires faith, and that's something that that's something that the majority of Jakes don't have. All right, because faith is a gift. It's a gift from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and it's gifted unto the elect. It's gifted unto the 1/3 remnant. All right, that's who is gifted upon. Okay, let's get that in the book of Isaiah chapter 1 and 9. All right, and it reads, except Yahweh Hashem Yahushai of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. Okay? Because why? Because if it wasn't for the remnant having faith and believing into Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and even though we fell away, all right, and Lord willing, we're of that number, even though we fell away, okay, and forgot who we were, but upon hearing this truth, turn back into Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, it's all done through faith. All right, the same for everybody. All right, verse 20, and it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai of hosts in the land of Egypt, for they shall cry unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai because of the oppressors. Okay, and that's what we're doing. Look at the cost of living, man. 671,000, and that's Denver. All right, Southern California, 1.3 million. I have to have $1.3 million. I have to be making $1.3 million in order to live comfortably. Not to be rich, mind you, but to be comfortable. $1.3 million. Hey, listen, man, I'm happy with my daily bread, man. All right, that's just, you know what I'm saying? Just simply put, I'm happy with my daily bread. All right, I don't need to be living all this, crazy, lavish lifestyles. Just give me my daily bread and access, to do this work until, Lord willing, if I'm of the elect, I'll be delivered. And that's it, man. And you in this truth, man, you got to share a similar mindset. Because the spirit of, I want to, live life, and I want to travel, and I want to party. I want to be on a boat, and this, that, and the third. Those are things of the flesh. All right. And it's not wicked. You know what I'm saying? It's not wicked. All right. But these are things that the flesh desires, and it's ultimately going to shift you away from your true purpose, which is to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right. Continuing on, Isaiah chapter 19 and 20, or finishing up on verse 20, it says, for they shall cry unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai because of the oppressors, and he shall send them a savior and a great one, and he shall deliver them. Okay, and that's the way out, man. All right. Hey, this video may come across a Jake that, you think, oh man, like, damn, man, like all hell about to break loose. I gotta make money, and you hear this word. This stuff is comforting, because now that takes off that load off your chest. Okay, you don't have to make money. You don't have to do, all this stuff to make money. No, because money's gonna be irrelevant. So what do you do instead? You serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You turn into Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You serve him. All right, and this is something done by faith. Okay, and let me get the last precept. All right, because at the end of the day, all these people living comfortably, wow, See, that's Satan right there. All right, all these people living comfortably, as is written in the book of Isaiah chapter 24, all right, is going to be in the same predicament. All right, and you know what? I'm gonna step it back. I'm gonna rewind that a little bit. I'm gonna say it like this: all the rich people, all right, down to the people living comfortably, down to the people in the lower class, are gonna be in the same predicament here in Babylon. All these multimillionaires and whatnot, they're not gonna, man. They're all gonna be in the same predicament, man. All right, and a lot of them is gonna be as a prey unto the lower class, which is primarily Jake, man. All right, so let's go. So they're all gonna, it's just gonna be a hellhole, and ultimately Yahweh Shem Shah is gonna deliver each person to their own judgment. Okay, but those that are on this good side, basically the elect. All right, and guess what? You're gonna be sustained in the spirit. All right. So let me see real quick. All right, let's start. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 11, and I'm gonna close out with this. And it reads, "But ye are they that forsake Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that forget my holy mountain." Okay, and another thing too, this is across my mind right now. Another reason why, this devil is creating such a divide among dang, man, the gases. It's like another reason why this devil is making such a divide in the income classes. All right, in the different levels of income between to where you don't have a middle class anymore, is because, well, this dude has a fucking electric truck. All right, is to create a dependency on him. Okay, because with this inflation and this economy, this kingdom collapsing and falling apart, these people are gonna need help. So who are they gonna turn to? Are they gonna turn onto Yahweh Shem Yahushai? No, they're gonna run to Esau, so that Esau can put them in camps and chip them. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna take that charagma, the MOTB. That's what's gonna happen. All right, we know how this devil operates. We are not ignorant of his devices. Therefore, he does not have an advantage over us in this knowledge. Okay, and we have faith and trust that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to sustain us. Lord willing, we're of that number. He will sustain us. He will bring food to us. How he feeds the birds in the heavens, he's gonna feed us. All right, but these jakes that run to Esau. All right, let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 31, verse 1. And it reads, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh Shem Yahushai." So all these jakes out here that's, what I'm saying, usually we just let them be, man. This is only for the elect. Okay? Because at the end of the day, they're not going to make it. The Lord's not dealing with them. They're not looking to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Why should we look for them? No. We're going to do our part. We're going to bring out our lessons. All right? We're going to go out there to the highways and hedges and prophesy. Okay? And those that have an ear and eyes to see and hearts to understand will be healed, and those that don't won't, because they're not desirable unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai. End of story. Simply, that's just the basics of it. And then it says, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, destruction unto them that go down to Egypt." All right, now this ain't talking about the ancient land of Egypt. It's talking about, this is just another byword or a nickname, if you will, or another code word for America. All right, in the prophecies. So Isaiah chapter 65, verse 11, I'll read it again. It reads, "But ye are they that forsake Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop." And who's that troop? These devils, man. the FEMA troops and martial law. All right? The sword, man. They're going to come down. Hey, they're not going to have no mercy on you tribes, man. And the reason that furnished the drink offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer, and when I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Okay, and that's another thing too, because if you see the crowd of these rich people here in Babylon, all right, they're nothing but freaks, man. Okay, nothing but freaks. Look at the just look at the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Look at the lifestyles of these different celebrities and okay, they celebrities. You know what I'm saying? But those are just what we see. You know, how much more of those that we do not see? You know, it's nothing. You know, like I said in the previous lesson, the higher you go in this society, the darker the road. All right, so verse 13. Therefore thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Okay? You want to talk about comfortability? The elect is going to be comfortable in Jacob's trouble, man. All right, well, I wouldn't say comfortable, you know, but the elect is going to be sustained in Jacob's trouble. You know, I believe, you know, we're going to have the fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be, you know, praying. We're going to be, you know what I'm saying, on point, man. But ultimately, we're going to be trusting in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. He's our watchtower. He's our shield and buckler. Okay? So it reads, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. Okay, that's you know what I'm saying, the end result of, you know, these jakes that don't want to trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know, they're gonna cry for the sorrow of heart and howl for the vexation of spirit, because they're gonna be getting jacked up in Jacob's trouble, man. Whether it be through famine, right? You're gonna be starving to death. The sword, Esau will come down, he will shoot you, brutalize you, right? The pestilences, plagues, you know, this is what Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is bringing on the earth. Forget living comfortable in Babylon. Seek Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, and maybe that's gonna be the title. Forget being comfortable. Seek Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Okay. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart. All right, and through the Spirit, you know, the reason why is because we're gonna be getting delivered from said perils, man. All right, you're gonna see people all around you get destroyed. You're gonna, hey, man, you're gonna feel the rush, man. You might go through some stuff and be delivered all the same, and then afterward, you're gonna be, man, the Lord delivered me out of that. That's the mindset that you have to be in. That we're heading into, you know, we're heading into a rough road, but the driver got us. All right. So with that, I'm going to say, Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Rakah HaKodash for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right, with that, I'm going to say Shalom. On to the next.